All right, that's Matt Patricia. Here are your ticket texts, because it doesn't seem like Stafford's playing tonight. The point spread, you were a 2-point favorite. You're now a 4-point underdog, all in 24 hours. Stafford not playing could move the line like that. So that would mean he hasn't played all preseason. It means he won't play all preseason because no one plays next week. He missed 6 practices. There is the back injury lingering, no matter how badly he or the team wants to deny it. Look, it sure seems like something's up. And considering the way nationally your team is viewed, and even people like me who are attempting to be a little bit optimistic, if there's something wrong with Stafford entering this season, or if somehow they feel they have to be delicate or load management, if you will, it really does lend itself to the negative side of the aisle. And I've tried to be positive with this team. I think they can get to 9. I think they could surprise some people. But I'll be damned, man. They have taken a situation that could have been easily handled and just said we're not playing them all preseason, and none of us would know any better. And instead, look at what they've done. Because their coach wants to get up there and play pretend. Smartest guy in the room routine. Try to dupe all of us dummies. And it's like, why? Why are we doing any of this? Ben Roethlisberger, Mike Tomlin. Yeah, he's playing tonight. Jared Goff, Sean McVay. No, he's not playing this preseason. End. It's a black and white scenario. Nobody plays games like this. Even first-year man Matt LaFleur just said it. Look, bottom line, guys, Aaron's got a sore back. He's not going to play tonight. Like, you just say it. You come out with it, you say it, you be done with it, we move on. It's really not a big deal. And instead, I don't know, I just think the whole thing's absurd. And it sucks because I want to believe in them. I want to believe this team's going to get things right. I want to believe they can have a good year. But I'll be damned. You know, if you're a professional NFL quarterback, you don't, and you're healthy, you don't miss 6 practices. It's the one thing nobody wants to talk about. You don't miss them. And sure, he took some reps last week. That's fine. Doesn't mean he's ready to play. I think it's okay to look at this and go, all right, what's going on? I mean, that's what we do as fans, right? Isn't that why we're fans? We look into things. We talk about things. Like, I always love the guy who calls in and goes, well, you know, we'll just wait until the game's over. Oh, good. You must be a ton of fun at parties. Go ahead, Mike, and then I'll get to a couple people, and then, frankly, I'm moving on.
You're talking about, Patricia being coy and private about this whole thing, and I just don't know what advantage that would serve in the preseason. If this is some situation in the regular season where you don't want to disclose something because you think it will give the tip your hand, give the other team an advantage, I understand. I can at least understand that. But in the preseason, I don't know what purpose it serves or what competitive advantage you're getting by saying, we're not sure if he's going to play or not. What, does it really matter if you win this game tonight? No, it doesn't. It matters if you're competitive and look good and your team's in sync. That's the only thing that matters in preseason. You avoid injuries.
Let's go over to Dave, 97.1. Hi, Dave. How you doing, buddy?
Fabulous. How are you?
I'm good. What's on your mind?
So, first thing, I'm not happy about the way it's being handled, but I don't think he's making the situation worse. The situation is going to be what it is. The way they're handling it isn't going to help them win games. It's not going to make them lose games. Of course there's something going on with the guy, but it's not – you said there's no advantage. There's also no disadvantage. Just because they don't know how to communicate, not making the situation worse as far as wins and losses go.
All right, so when I say
they have a chance. If they don't, they're going to lose every game instead of record.
Well, now I agree with you there because their backup quarterback situation it's beyond the beyond. But no, I guess when I say,
but I'm saying that's regardless how they handle telling us about it. Which I'm not happy about it, but it's really no big thing. I really don't give a damn.
Well, then there it is. Dave, listen, then I don't know what to say to you. I mean, if you don't think any of it matters, then what the hell's the point of even talking about it? Like, why did you call in?
Well, because he said he's making the situation, or not you, the other guy said he's making the situation worse.
He is. All he had to do at the start of training camp is if they knew there was a problem with Stafford, just be straight up and go, we're not playing him this preseason. We've changed our protocol. It's not worth the risk. We're good.
And I agree with that, but on the other hand, just saying I guess his job isn't to make us understand everything. His job is to win and lose, and that's basically what it comes down to. There's going to be Lions fans regardless, and there's going to be people who hate the Lions until they win, regardless of what's said in the media or not said in the media.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bad thing when it comes to this team, because they're diehard fans regardless, and there's guys that won't do anything until they win it.
Well, you know what's amazing is, like, this is the time of year where outside of maybe I don't know, Dave, what would you say, half dozen teams, maybe fewer? Everyone's pretty hopeful this time of year. Everyone believes they got a shot, and I feel like in this town right now, this summer, I feel like nobody believes this team's got a shot at anything, and it's like, then what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, it's you got a $27 million quarterback. You just had a really nice offseason. Yeah, you're in a tough division, but, geez, I think they're at least semi-live. This isn't the Dolphins. This isn't the Cardinals. It's not the Giants. And yet,
right.
Dave, I mean, I feel like we're dead on arrival before the first game.
Yeah, personally, I think the whole thing is they're embarrassed that they played him last year because that's where the mistake was made. Not in talking about it, but playing him the last 3 or 4 games last year, and now they don't know what to do. Because they know if he plays, they got a chance of being a somewhat decent team. Aaron Rodgers twisted ankle backing out of the Thunder exchange. They're going to be winless too.
Yeah. Dave, I appreciate it. I mean, Sully, you were nodding your head. I mean, I really don't know what to say because I'm the ultimate cynic and the ultimate skeptic, but I've got somewhat of a positive mind frame about this team. Like I said, it's not the Miami Dolphins. It's not the New York Giants. I do think there is a pathway to them having a nice season and taking a step forward. And people are all out.
Yeah, and I've laughed at those 3-13, 4-12 type predictions that we've heard. I just think that's way too harsh. I mean, they've made some decent moves this offseason. They really have. So I think anyone saying they're going to win 4 games, it's just a little ridiculous. But I don't know. With Stafford, if they would have just came out and said it and just be honest about it, Stafford will not play in the preseason. I'd love it. I think if they just were honest and said that, then I would be all supportive and say, hey, that's great. There's no point in risking injury. That's fine. But to come out and just be, pretend and say, oh, well, we're not sure yet. We don't know if he's going to play. All they're doing is feeding into speculation, and that's where I do disagree with the last caller because I do think that's making things worse. I think it's making things worse for the organization by coming out and saying, well, we're just not sure if he'll play yet. I don't see the point in doing that. You just need to either play him or not play him. By them saying this, it leads me to believe that he might be hurt.